Hey yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy ZT Speed back at it again with some more Diablo Immortal content. And today I just want to do a quick video talking about why I chose the legendary pieces I'm rocking right now. One thing you'll notice is I do have a fair bit of, solid triple-double stats, a good triple-double here, but I also have a few pieces that are not so great. This doesn't have a ton of combat rating, especially for my level. I'm 177, got this back around 150. A similar story here, low combat rating, very low combat rating, level 150 piece. I'm definitely starting to outgrow some of these pieces. But I just wanted to give you guys a peek inside of my mind and tell you my thought process with using these pieces, because I am doing all but optimizing my combat rating right now. If you're unaware, by the time you reach Hell 4, once you get your combat rating high enough to where you can kill mobs and survive pretty easily in Hell 4, you don't need to worry about it, because combat rating does not give you a ton of bonus once you exceed the PvE combat rating threshold. As well as in PvP, the combat rating definitely does help. You can take up to 10% more damage and deal up to 10% more damage depending on if your combat rating's higher or lower, for a maximum swing of about 20%. But yeah, I'm gonna go talk about my build and why I chose these pieces. So first off, this is, triple stat. We don't have strength, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We do have skill damage increase though, which actually does increase our damage stat. So it's not great stats. Strength is okay, but the reason why I really like this is we also have another base damage increase while also having critical hit chance. We have another 4% crit chance with 4.5 critical hit damage, which this is actually kind of useless when under banner, but for my build with Barbarian or my up-and-coming build with Barbarian, I should have a high enough crit rate to where I don't need to worry about having a banner, and this critical damage should shine. This is probably the worst piece I have equipped, only 225 combat rating. But we do have a 4% critical hit chance, and like I said, I'm just trying to maximize my critical hit chance. For better or for worse, I do like all the critical strikes I do, especially on Barb. Whenever I critical hit someone, it's usually a one-shot, unless it's like a yellow mob or a super tanky enemy with like 3, 4, 5,000 resonance in PvP, which is my thinking of why I like the crit rate build for Barb. And I actually transferred this build over from Demon Hunter. So originally this build was for Demon Hunter, where I just have as high crit rate as possible and do as much critical damage. But I think this actually will transition well over to Barb, assuming you have enough damage and enough stats to back it up, of course. So these two slots, I recently found out you can't roll critical hit chance, which makes sense. I've been going for critical hit chance for so long for these two pieces. So as far as I'm aware, these two pieces, the pants and the chest, cannot roll critical hit chance. So the next best thing for Demon Hunter or Barb would be beneficial effect duration, because on both those classes you have your vengeance on Demon Hunter that does a stupid amount of damage, and Barb, you're always just buffing yourself and buffing other teammates. So the additional beneficial effect duration is really nice for the Barbs. We also have Vitality, Willpower, Strength, very good rolls. Cheat Death by 6%, beautiful. This is actually not bad on Barb. I would say this is not ideal for DH, but on Barb this is pretty solid. And then Fear Resistance is kind of pointless. I will say it is nice for those situations where you're fighting Necros and they fear you with that OP Wraith form, but other than that, it doesn't add much value. But yeah, I just wanted to go over my gear pieces, why I chose them for my class. If you're not going for a damage build, I don't think you should run critical hit chance. One thing to mention too is if you want to run a critical hit build, you want to make sure to stack enough armor pen to land those critical hits, because if you have even like 50% or 80% critical hit chance, but you don't have enough armor pen, then you're still not going to be able to critical hit anyone. So having a ton of armor pen is the key to making this type of build work for damage. And this is speed from the future. I actually have a bit of an updated build. I have been chip farming a bunch, looking for that one offhand that increases my critical hit chance. But nonetheless, I did find some upgrades, so I thought I'd just throw it in here. I did get a triple. Unfortunately, no critical hit chance, but I decided, you know, we got skill damage, we got primary attack damage, and we even have damage increase for people with lower health. I thought that it's good enough to swap out for the extra combat rating. As well as this piece, I decided to give up the 6% beneficial effect duration for the higher combat rating, and damage taken reduced, which is good on Barb, also maximum life, which is strong. So as we can see, my build isn't specifically catered for higher crit rate, but we have a bunch more combat rating. Now, if these two pieces only gave me like 50 combat rating in total, I probably would keep the critical hit chance, but just because of the quality of these two pieces, regardless of them not having the specific magics I'm looking for, I still think they're good enough to warrant an update, which is why I just wanted to fill you guys in. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate the support. Like usual, comment down what content you'd like to see. I'm always open for more ideas. And yeah, peace.